Good morning YouTube and welcome to the TB Yacht Broker channel, live from inside my flat. A bit of a change of scenery from my last YouTube videos, but obviously occurring to the current government guidelines here in the UK, I'm currently working from home. Now first and foremost, just a message to say that I hope all of you are safe, that you're sticking to the guidelines as much as you possibly can. And also to let you know that we are still here, we are still working. I'm still active all the way throughout the day on my phone, emails, LinkedIn, etc, etc, etc. And that please don't hesitate to pick up the phone to us to talk about if you currently own a boat, or if you're potentially worried about what's going to happen to the boat in the market and you're going to think about selling it. I can very, very much help you. We're very much keeping the positive vibes in terms of hoping that we are going to get some boating this summer, and actually probably here in the UK, actually having a boat here in the UK at the minute is actually quite a good thing to do if we're not going to be able to travel abroad of much of the summer. In my efforts to bring you the specifications and being able to almost walk on board a boat, as I have done in my previous videos, I'm back with this video here, which is a slightly different kind of subject of our normal videos. This boat is actually a boat I've just taken on the listing for. It's here in the UK. It's a Predator 57 Mark II, so one of the last Predator 57s before we moved into the new Predator 60 Evo. The boat is a 2019. In fact, I delivered this boat. I hand built this, or not personally, but I built this boat with the client from scratch, and we delivered this boat in April of 2019. So the boat realistically is 10 months old. The owner has decided he's now getting out of boating altogether, hence the sale. So slightly different to my normal videos where it's Sunseeker owned stock that I'm showing you. This time, this is a brokerage deal that I'm managing the deal in between owner and buyer as well. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the Predator 57, and I'm going to have a show you around, and then we can talk about some things as we walk around. So as we jump in, the first thing to mention to you here is you get a lovely shot of this wraparound seating group that's so kind of evident on Predator models. This boat is spec'd with the Volvo Penta D13-900, so you've got the bigger engine option in the bottom of the boat, which will give you kind of somewhere around about 33, depending on what's loaded into the boat, but about 33 knots top speed, about 24 knots cruising speed as well. Now, Predator has always been synonymous with Sunseeker. It's been one of our standout models for years and years and years. And that realistically is because it's got that kind of that sport, that sleek, that dare I say sex appeal about the boat. And realistically, we're looking for a boat that turns heads no matter what size it is, whether it's a kind of a 57 footer or back in kind of in the day when we did our big 108 Predators. They always turn heads, and that's because they come from the racing, they come from the real kind of racing pedigree of what Sunseeker is, that really deep V configuration, hull configuration that we are kind of so famous for, but keeping that stability in the water as well. That's a key aspect of owning any Sunseeker, but a Predator nonetheless. Now, looking around this nice big open cockpit here, we've got kind of lovely grey sunbrella seating group just out here, big fold over teak table with this lovely stainless steel leg just here. Just to mention, the boat is currently lying in Swanwick in the UK. It's just come out of the water. The owner has had all of the anti-fouling done, all of the anodes replaced, all of the polishing done on the boat. The boat, since he had it from you, has been captain maintained. So local guy based down in Chichester, he's been absolutely fantastic. The boat is immaculate when I went to go photograph it. So he's done a fantastic job in making sure that this boat, it looks like it's just come out of the factory. As we kind of just wrap ourselves around here to have a look at this seating group, as you can see, you've got a life raft underneath this quick release seat just here. and the big sun pad again, which is so synonymous for Predator's nice big open seating group area. And as you can see, this seating group, or the seating backs here, are jacked up slightly so that you can use that as a bit of a headrest. Now you won't quite be able to see it from where you are, but if I just drag us up here, up underneath this part here is a canopy. So there's an extendable canopy that comes out over and covers this sun pad here, big black sun pad canopy. And during the winter, obviously there is a wraparound canopy that goes all the way around the back of this part, just here as well. So so fantastic, and you can still use that during the winter, so you can still sit in these seats while that canopy is sat across the back. So spinning ourselves back round to have a good look down into the saloon from where we are. Now this boat has been specified with the Wenge colour wood choice. Okay, so it's quite a rare wood colour choice. We didn't see very many Predator 57s with that wood colour choice, and they've coupled it with the gunmetal grey lacquer that you can see here on the cabinet. So a really kind of beautiful mix between the two. That really kind of almost sultry dark wood against that kind of really kind of clean cut lacquer pieces just there. Now when the Predator 57 as a model has been in the range for quite some time, and this is the second iteration of it, the Mark II. But from the start, this Predator has always had the patio doors, which are here, drop down behind the bulkhead into the engine room. So when not in use, you can press a button and this whole section here moves up to the top here, and then you've got a sliding door that closes off this whole section just here. Now at the minute, you've got a lovely kind of inside outside kind of al fresco feeling of the boat, but you can shut that off completely. So if you are using the air conditioning, or in the UK the heating, you can then kind of heat and cool the interior of the vessel really effectively as well. So a really good feature there to kind of really bring the outside in, but also kind of has it as a multi-function. Now if we look down, the client actually specified having the floors kind of hardwood flooring. They're all Wenge as well, all the way throughout the boat, but he also specified having kind of fitted carpets that just sit over the top of those as well. He had has a few young children, so he was keen not to mark the floors, but also at the same time he could just pull the carpets out and take them to the dry cleaners and get them done. So so he's very versatile in that sense. It's got the best of both worlds, having both the hardwood flooring and kind of laid carpets over the top. So depending on your preference, you can have either or. Now, wet bar feature down to the back here. So underneath here, we have both a ice maker and a fridge. There is also a full Kenyan grill here as well. We've also got a fusion head unit just up above here that you can see. Now, you'll see this when we get a bit further up to the helm, but the reason I'm pointing this out now is because the owner specced this boat with a Xenta Joystick drive system. So if you're unfamiliar with that joystick drive system, the boat is specced with a bow thruster, an additional stern thruster, and the Xenta computer system puts those two units plus the screws, the propellers, together to create a joystick driving motion. Now, so the owner specified that Xenta joystick drive system, and which has got a unit up on the helm, but he also specified an extra joystick drive system down here, so you can actually drive the whole boat from this unit just here. Now, quite rarely for a Xenta joystick drive system, we don't often see it, but the owner was very keen to have the Skyhook technology placed into this Xenta joystick drive system as well. And again, if you're unfamiliar with the Skyhook or the dynamic positioning system, DPS for short, system there that I've come across before, the Skyhook is essentially a way of pressing a button, sending up your coordinates to a satellite fixture. The boat is then held in position, and should the boat move through wind or tide or whatever it may be, the engines will automatically kick in and bring the boat back to that spot there. So really handy that if you're on your own, say for example, and you're sat outside a marina, hit the DPS button or the Skyhook button, and then you can walk around doing your fenders, doing your lines, and if the boat does drift by a couple of meters, the boat will automatically move itself back into that position. So a really handy piece of kit and a fantastic extra. One last extra that I'm going to talk about before we move into the main cabin is that you can't see it from where we are now, but we do have fin stabilisers on this boat. So Sleipner vector fin stabilisation system on this boat. So again, if you're unfamiliar, two big fish fins out the bottom of the boat help keep the boat completely solidly upright. It's never going to stop the kind of the pitch of the boat this way, but it does stop that kind of rocky motion which creates the kind of the seasicky feeling. So again, that's a really quite big and expensive extra, and obviously he had the generator upgraded in order to cope with the extra power that you need for those zero speed fins. Now, as we move into the saloon, we get a really good shot now of this Wenge wood, and we'll see a bit more of that as we come a bit further down. The owner specs the whole boat, all of the cabins with TVs. So we've got a fall and rise TV that comes out of here. We've got storage units up underneath here, glass storage. This is actually a cool box underneath here. Again, the owner wanted it specified in the Wenge wood so that you could kind of match it into the wood cabinet choice just here. Looking up, we've got this lovely wraparound seating group just here. So you can see lovely, great big wraparound seating group just here. And again, this was an extra here, the leather inlay that he chose for his table there is to match the gunmetal grey across from that side as well. Throw cushions all the way throughout there as well. Now, if you are looking for Predator 57s on the market and you're unsure what consists of making a Mark II or a Mark I for sake of example, the key indicator is this piece here. On the Mark Is, on the outside of this is a piece of gel coat, and on the Mark Is, this band follows, it splits the windows and it goes all the way along here and all the way along here and splits the windows into two pieces either side as a structural beam. As we got to the Mark IIs, we basically managed to figure out how to make these pillars as strong as possible, and so that we didn't actually need to open up this piece just here as a structural piece, so therefore we got rid of it. So it really opens up. If we have a look at the shots that I've taken of the outside of this boat, it really opens up those windows there. It gives a really beautiful unrestricted view all the way throughout the boat as well. So have a look at that when you're looking around for Predator 57s. Now, because this boat was delivered in April of this year, bear in mind that this boat will have the rest of the 2-year Sunseeker warranty on the boat for every fixture and fitting. So come kind of April next year, that's when the warranty will run out. So a really good option of being able to buy this boat that's tax paid. He's paid the tax on the boat. Obviously, he has taken a hit on the depreciation as well. And still has Sunseeker warranty left on the boat, and is, like I say, still in the UK as well. Now, moving up, excuse me, moving up to the next part here, we've got our first real glimpse of the Helm. We've got these lovely Bezenzoni seats just here with all the kind of really nice cross-stitching across. That's the other joystick drive system, the Xenta Joystick drive system unit that I was talking about before. You can just about see here the stabilisation screen that's just in behind here. This screen here is your engine management system, the Volvo Penta one. That again was upgraded, so it's gone up to a 7.5-inch screen rather than just the 2.5-inch little screens. So that's another upgrade the owner's put onto the boat. The Simrad navigation systems as well. He upgraded those screens to much bigger screens and a dual screen as well, so he could be able to see all of his navigational systems as well. The client also decided to have security and engine room cameras on the boat all the way throughout. So you've got engine room, you've got aft reversing cameras on the boat as well, which feed directly up into these screens. So makes it really easy for parking and keeping an eye on the boat as well. Now you've got a drop-down window just here, so electronic drop-down window just there. And obviously, as you've seen as we've been walking through, you've got your massive, great big sunroof that's above us just here. So it really kind of completely opens the boat up altogether. So once you've got the patio doors dropped down and you've got the big sunroof open, you've got a really good open space there and really feel the wind through your hair. Now, hardwood steps all the way down, again, as we discussed before, the Wenge following all the way around. This is quite typical of a Predator kind of design here in terms of really opening up this partition just here to allow as much natural light to fall down through the windscreen just here, so we really light up this section down here. Your CMate engine management system is just here, so for all your tanks, all of your AC/DC powers, obviously all your controls for your air conditionings, etc. You can do all of your black water tank usage from there. Any alarms that are coming up as well will come up to this unit here as well. So really useful bit of kit. And behind here is all of your trip switches, etc. Now, just having it before we head down into the galley, you can just see 2 hinges that are here, and that's to let you know that those stairs do flip up, and you've got a storage unit underneath there as well. So underneath there, he's got various bits, but in kind of Hoover, various cleaning bits, etc., etc. So those stairs do flip up to show you a few bits. Now, if we drop straight down into the galley, we'll just have a quick look here from a slightly elevated position, but we follow that lovely gunmetal grey lacquer all the way throughout the galley here. We've got really nice light tops. So these are the Minerva kind of, they look like marble, but they're not real marble, but the Minerva tops, just they're really nice and light to kind of counteract against the gunmetal grey. Again, we've got hardwood flooring all the way throughout the galley, but with kind of fitted carpets over the top. Nice big sink, combi oven, microwave just behind here. You've got a dishwasher in behind here, and you've also got a fridge underneath here as well. Nice big open kind of portholes and windows as well. And then just having a quick look over here, we've got a kind of little seating group here with a fold-out table and a just a small TV just up into this unit. Just here, just while I'm here, you can see one of the air conditioning controls here as well. So it's climate control all the way throughout the boat. Now, dropping right down, we can see the first door here is actually into the bunk room. Now, so that's the first cabin just over there on the right-hand side. You can see how the client has actually replaced one of the panels here as well. So you've got this lovely kind of light textured fabric coming down this bulkhead just here, but also has taken out one of those panels to include a gunmetal lacquer just here, and you've got some lovely stainless steel beading just along here as well. And then changing the cabinets from gunmetal up here to then go to Wenge over on this side. So he really thought about the kind of the flow of the boat as we go through, and we'll see more of these gunmetal kind of stripes as we come through into the boat. So moving forwards, we've already seen the TV just on the left hand side there. This is obviously access into the VIP cabin, so this is the kind of the main double within the boat, but not the master. You've got access into the bathroom just here. I'll move forward just one more so we can have a good look into that bathroom there. So again, lots of lovely Wenge, a bit of gunmetal down here. We've got these really big open sinks that you can use, so not kind of the little small sinks. Full shower just in behind here, with the shower heads actually mounted up into the ceiling for lots and lots of height. Heated towel rail here as well, so you can use those to dry your towels. Looking forward into the VIP cabin here, so we're now into proper carpeted cabins here as well. Lots of kind of soft pile carpets. The gunmetal again runs across the tops. All of this is storage all the way across the top of here, and also all the way across the top of here as well. And another really nice kind of gunmetal band just behind the bed here in the headboards just there with some lovely fabric. You may notice that the blinds have changed as well. So upstairs we had the kind of Roman blinds. Now down here, sorry, we've got Roman blinds down here, whereas we have Venetian blinds up in the saloon. So this is obviously completely blackout for all the cabins, and he's had that in every single cabin as well. Plenty of storage. There's a full kind of hanging wardrobe just in behind this mirror just here. And looking back down into the boat, you can see that's where the bunk cabin is in behind there. And just very quickly, you can't see it because the door's closed, but that's the Jack and Jill into that bathroom that we saw just as we came in. Moving back down to the boat, as I said, this is where those hinges are, so that's the part of the staircase that will lift. And dropping down into the main or master. And the master has its own ensuite in here, so very much a carbon copy of the bathroom that we've just seen in terms of style and colour. Again, like I said, there you can just about see the height of that shower in there now as well, and you will have another heated towel rail just in the boat just there. And dropping down into the master, you can see we've got this wonderfully big open master cabin just here. So great big beautiful windows here. We've got those proper blinds here, proper blackout blinds. Again, that lovely gunmetal grey stripe that follows across. As you can see, we've got Wenge cupboards with gunmetal bottoms here, but in the tops you've actually got real leather inlays through the tops as well, which is a really, really nice feature. Rather than just having wooden tops, the client wanted to kind of inlay some leather to make it kind of a bit softer and a bit nicer. You've got a nice kind of seating couch just underneath here, and then you've got another full wardrobe in behind this unit just here as well. Other things to mention in terms of the specification: there is a Williams 345 Sport Jet as part of this package, available by separate negotiation only. It's not part of the whole package. Other things to mention are the Glendinning Cable Master, the Xenta Skyhook that I've already mentioned, bow and stern thrusters. It's got full mattress protectors, fitted sheets, sprung mattresses for beds. This boat has really, really been thought about and spec'd out, perfect for a kind of a small family. Like I said, the boat is in the UK. It is like getting a brand new Predator 57 straight out of the factory, having had all of its work done on it. I will be posting the full specification, the link to this Matterport walkthrough onto my YouTube channel. I've already put the specification up on my LinkedIn pages as well. At the minute, with the country not quite in lockdown, I'm still travelling to the boat. I'm still going to do viewings. I'm still doing Skypes with any brokers or with any clients that want to know a bit more information. So first thing I need you to do is to subscribe to this YouTube channel. There should be a little red button in the corner of this screen. The second thing I want you to do is to take my email address and my telephone number, which I will put it in the description of this video, but it's also tom.bentley@sunseekerpool.com or 07931 418 367, and contact me directly and I will give you some more information, send you the whole specification of the boat, and then we can discuss a bit more from there. So a bit different to my normal videos. This is technically a second-hand boat, but it's been so well looked after, it is like a brand new boat. So avoid the depreciation, get a tax-paid boat in the UK for this summer. Like I said, if we're not going to be able to fly much this summer, then at least you'll be able to have some fantastic holidays here in the UK, and get something that you can just walk into and it's turnkey. Thank you very much for watching, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks.